What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got a little goodie to show you guys. Came in the mail. All right, boys, shout out Rhodes race cars. For those of you that follow me on TikTok, you might know what this thing is, but we're gonna unbox it right now. All right, let's open this thing up. Damn, it packaged just like a bomb. I'm gonna need to get a damn razor blade. All right, here we go. Let's see what Rhodes race cars got for us. Damn. As y'all can see, this is 4130 chromoly steel, 1.5 inch. Not sure what the wall thickness is, but you guys can tell that thing is pretty thick. Shit, all right. Usually don't send them like this, but you guys that are fabricators of race cars, you might know what this is, just based off these two pieces. We're gonna keep going with it. It looks like the thing opened up in here, that's why these are like this. But there's a second arm, there's two arms. Still one more in the box, but you guys will see just another clue. Probably know exactly what this is. I'll show you when I get everything out. So you guys see the bushings for this. You guys probably already know what this is. This is gonna be for an anti-roll bar. That's what this whole kit is. I really like the welds. Every time I get something from Rhodes race cars, it always just looks pretty good. So this is what we got. I unpackaged everything. This is my second time building one of these. The first one I did was a Rhodes race cars anti-roll bar kit as well. It was rated for about 800 horsepower. This one's rated for about 1500, so it's just a lot bigger steel. Very nice stuff. Now, one thing that is a lot bigger than the other kit that I built is these things. These are probably twice the length as the ones I have on the car right now. Not sure why, but I can just tell it's just a lot heavier duty. Really nice stuff. As well as the diameter of this bar is just absurdly big, especially for chromoly. That is a lot of strength right there. So up under the car, this is the old anti-roll bar from Rhodes race cars. It is a lot smaller diameter than the one I just showed you. You can see those legs are very short compared to the new ones. Now, fun fact, I actually have this thing mounted incorrectly. That's why I have these little clamps on the outside. These legs are actually supposed to be outside of the bushings so that the thing cannot move side to side. So I'm probably gonna have to yank these wheels off to have access to the frame rails, because I'm actually gonna mount this thing outside of the frame rails, and there's really just not a lot of room with these wheels on, so I think I'm gonna yank them off. All right, it's a couple days later. I got busy with schoolwork. Didn't have time to come out here, but we have it mocked up right now, and I'll show you guys that. Me and my dad were working off camera. We have it jigged up. This is how it's supposed to look. It is much bigger than the old one, as you can see. And we got some welding to do and some more mock-up. So we're gonna be welding these tabs on the outside of my square tubes. So a little bit of this aluminum sheet metal's gotta go, but if you look in there, we have our tabs ready to go, notched up. We just got a few more things to do, and then we're gonna start welding. So now you guys can see, I have the aluminum cut on both sides, so now I can mount this anti-roll. First thing I wanna do is get it all mocked up again, make sure everything is correct after I get this paint cleaned off the frame, and just make sure that we can get the correct angles, and then I'm gonna start welding. Alrighty, so we're doing the test fit again. I got the paint cleaned off up here. It actually all fits very nicely. I just gotta check on a few more things. As far as this thing goes, it is much bigger than the old one. You can just tell, I mean, wow. But just got a few more things to look over, and we're gonna start making some moves. Well, boys, now you can see I got it tacked up. It's sitting in there by itself. All I gotta do is weld it up fully, and then I'm on to the next thing. All right, so I got this side and the other side welded up. I still wanna make a hit on the back side of these tabs just for more strength, but other than that, I got that welded up. Next thing to do is clean the paint off the rear end for these tabs, and they're gonna go right there. And then I got a few more things to do. Alrighty, we got a really small tack on both sides. I'm gonna yank these bolts out of here and get this behind joint out so that I have more room to weld. But all we gotta do is weld this up, and then we're on to these legs right here. We're gonna have to fully weld those up, so we'll get to it. Alrighty, so I got the legs tacked up and somewhat welded. I stopped welding them because I usually use this welder right here, and I had to use our new one, which is over in the fab shop, and I really didn't like how it welded. I'm just not very experienced with it. So what we're gonna do now is mark with a Sharpie around the edge of there and cut that tube flush, and that way the thing will look good and I can get a full weld around the perimeter of it. And we're gonna use our bandsaw to do that. Alrighty, we got it all mocked back up again. I'm only gonna be tacking the inside plate there so that I can get full weld around there without putting a weld on the outside, because that weld would ride on the bushing and I don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna get that welded up. Got the first two welded up. Now we gotta put it back in the car for the mock-up of the next ones. Just like that, we got it all tacked up again. Now we gotta take it back over to the welding table and finish it up. Well, boys, I got her all welded up. She looks pretty. Really proud of what I did here. I would call this one of my better pieces. I'm still learning how to weld, but you can see I got good consistency. Everything looks pretty good. All that's left to do is paint this thing and get up in the car. I got to get some other things out of the car first, like the old anti-roll, but we'll get the rattle can going and then we'll get this all up in there. All right, boys, and just like that, we are done. I have it all painted up, and I'll show you guys right now. I did a low gloss black on this thing. It looks really good. Everything turned out very nicely. I really like how these look. Everything just turned out nice. I mean, rattle can gets the job done. It'll get dirty. It all gets hit with rubber back there anyway, so this job is done. Now, I'm not going to be putting it in the car just yet because I have a few more things I need to do back there, like plumbing the radiator and mounting a new water pump. So I'm going to wait to put this thing in because I don't want to have to take it back out. So that's it for this video. The next video is going to be about moving that motor back 3 inches, and it ain't going to be no walk in the park.